Okay, this video is about ReadWorks and digital ReadWorks, which is new, and some of the new things coming to ReadWorks. If you are already not using ReadWorks in your classroom, you really need to. The rigor's there, and it's what we need to be using. So come up to sign in or register if you haven't registered before. It's free, so no excuse not to use it. It has resources for K to 12. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my standards alignment, and I'm going to change it to Texas, and then you can pick your grade level. I'm going to show you real quick what a younger grade level would look like. Okay, here I have it aligned with the TEKS now. So if I am studying procedural text in kindergarten and clue words, this is actually lesson 3. There's 3 lessons, so I can come over here and find lesson 1. And it actually gives me the entire lesson. It gives me my objective, my unit examples, my teacher modeling, my guided practice, my interactive practice, the vocabulary, background knowledge. It gives me everything. Up here's my text and materials. Here's your independent students practice page. Let's Make a Pizza. It may have you buy the book. These you can buy at Amazon and then use on your interactive, our new .cam, and read the book together as a class. So there's all different ones. It also gives you, I'll find it. You can find your standards alignment again here if you just pick it from a different option, but it's always there to tell you which TEKS it aligns to. And it tells you which ones it hits. The key, you can save these to your binder if you like certain lessons. You can also come down and look at units. There's lesson 1 on it, so you can come back around and you teach it again, or if it's in the same week, there's lesson 2. Most of us probably have the popcorn book, and it gives you the entire lesson, and it tells you what to do. They are great lessons. Okay, another way to go about that is just to go to lesson and units. You can go to reading passages, but I like to go to lesson, let me go back to the main page. There it is. You can go here, but I really like to go to skill and strategy units, comprehension units, novel study for 4th and 5th grade. So if you go to skill and strategy, you can actually pick what you're working on. So say I'm working on author's purpose. And then it's going to say there's no kindergarten or 1st grade. 2nd grade has books and passages that go with it, so does 4th grade. So let's click on an older grade level. And it actually gives me everything. It gives me, this is identifying author's purpose in a newspaper. That's lesson 1. Lesson 2 is categorizing text, author's purpose, and then changing author's purpose. And it actually gives you the text. It gives you unit extensions, the teacher materials, where you have a cute little author's purpose thing here, where you can download and print it from a PDF. Gives you more books for teaching author's purpose that you can actually buy and in the cupboard that they could read on their own, and then use sticky notes to find. A lot of us in 4th grade have this one too, Sideways Stories, and you can use that one to find author's purpose. So some of these you may already have in your room that they could read during independent time and do sticky note strategies. So I'm going to go up to lesson 1. What I like about this text and materials, it actually is going to give you your direct teach. I can press Get All, and it gives me everything I need. All you need is a newspaper for this one, because it can't give you the newspaper. But if you go to the next unit, it'll tell you what you need, newspaper. If it has a passage with it, it'll give you the passage. So you have all of these. If you're working on a certain skill, if you just want to work on some comprehension, there's comprehension units. You have kindergarten all the way down to 5th grade, and you have different things you can work on, 5th grade units. 3 lessons. I really like the novel study units. I just have 5th grade here, but some of these could be on your high 4th graders levels. So you can get the books, and they have poetry, realistic fiction, fantasy. They have all of it. So it's a really great resource. I'm going to go back to the main page real quick. Coming soon from ReadWorks, we're going to look at one that's already here, and then I'm going to show you another one real quick. Okay, we're going to look at the new digital website. My 2nd and 3rd probably might be interested. My 4th and 5th definitely interested. And I'm going to show you how to use the digital website. They're going to have more illustrated books. This looks cool down here. ReadWorks is going to have audio versions of the reading passages. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th, even 2nd. Think about your dyslexia students, the ones that get oral admin, or maybe, I know in reading they don't really get the passages read to them, but for practice, your ESL learners, anybody that'll actually read it to them. There's probably a section, it's not here yet, that will make it where we'll read the questions too. So that's definitely a cool thing. Okay, so we're going to go look at the digital website, which is really cool. So you just go to readworks.org and then find it at digitalreadworks.org. And I can see 2nd all the way to 5th using this. So I'm actually already logged in. I made an account. It's a free account again, so make an account, log in. I'm just going to start with find articles. You can type them in, or you can choose from whatever you want to choose from. So if I choose from skill and strategies, if you find one you liked on the ReadWorks, you can type it in and find it, or you can just search from here. For example, here's the sandwich thief for 2nd grade. It's going to give a very short article, as you can tell, for my 2nd graders. Vocabulary that's important to address, and just a couple questions. Now you can actually assign, you could do this all together on your interactive whiteboard as an example, or you can actually assign it to students. So if I wanted to assign one, let me go to an older grade level real quick. Say I'm still teaching author's purpose. And I'm teaching 5th grade. Here's my passage, so I can read it and I can look at it. It gives me a vocabulary set. And then it gives me my question set where they can choose the answer, and then it'll give the answer. Okay, so what you do with this is you just say, I want to assign this to my class. If you don't do it whole group on the board interactively, you can assign it to your class. So I haven't made a class yet, so this was a 5th grade article, so this is 5th grade, this is my 5th grade reading class. Maybe it's my AM class. Okay, there's 2 ways you can do it. They can use their Google sign-in, which is really beneficial because we are 4th and 5th graders for sure are going to have Google accounts. 2nd and 3rd, we can have them set up too. And so this is going to probably be the best option. You can also just send in this code, invite with a roster. I'm going to do this one, invite with Google, since they have Google logins. And you literally just have them do this. I'm going to use my screenshot little tool up here. And I'll show you how to do that too if you don't know how. I'm just going to screenshot that. And I'm going to save it to my desktop. Now I'm going to go to, I want to assign this task to my students. So here I am on the example Wilson staff page. I'm going to go to this little add button down here. And I'm creating an assignment. Or actually, looks like it was creating an assignment. It's going to tell me how to do it. Start with a description, set a due date, add my resources. Okay, so my description is author's purpose. The heat is on homework. Instructions. Sign in with your class code using, let's change that, with the class code for Digital ReadWorks see picture. Okay, and they've already really used their Google one. Use Google login. We do tomorrow. I'm going to use my attachment here. I can drag files over, so since I'm on my desktop, I'm just going to drag this over right here. It's taking a minute. Hello. Oh, it says it's there, so I'm going to upload. I can add more files if I had a direction sheet, or I could even upload an actual article and just have them read it. These are your sharing settings. Students can share the same file. They can view and edit files. So make sure you just read all these pop-ups. Students for here can view this file. They can't edit it or anything. Alright, I could put in a YouTube video if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do all that. I could put in a link to something else. I could attach something from my Google Drive. Right now I'm just going to assign this right here. And now all they would need to do it's taking longer than it should. Okay, now all they need to do is they can copy and paste this in their thing and log in right here. And then they would get that assignment. You can also just download the assignments, but the cool thing about getting on here and making a class is it will grade it for you. I wish it would just go into Google Classroom easily, but it doesn't exactly do that. So you want to make sure you can put it in here. You can add a class comment. You can show them how to do it in class. Once you do it once, they know that it's going to be done, and they could just type in the bottom, done, and you're going to be able to tell when you go back to ReadWorks. The student, the login, you're going to be able to tell. I don't have any students in my class, but you're going to be able to tell from what they did. So make sure and use this tool. Use ReadWorks. Use Digital ReadWorks. The digital one could be really cool for interactive whiteboard as well. So a great tool to use.